I am here with Truffles, who is the queen bee. She's our largest pig, and she's actually our strongest pig, even though she has really severe arthritis. And what you were seeing with the peanut butter is our celebration of National Peanut Butter Day, but also for National Pig Day, we want to kind of explain, how we treat the pigs. So the reason that we do sandwiches for pigs with their medication is because pigs are built a lot like us, so they're really good at oral medications. Because of the way they're built, there is a whole lot of requirement for pain management because they grow really, really fast. So you have this pig who, when she was born, probably weighed between 2 and 3 pounds, and if left to her own devices, which she thankfully is not, she would weigh well over 1,000 pounds. But in 6 months in the industry, the 2 to 3 pound pig becomes a 250 pound pig. 250 pounds in 6 months is a whole lot of weight. And what that does to the pig, because we have designed them to grow much, much faster, we have not designed their bones to keep up with that growth. So the growth plates are actually damaged. Sometimes they're fractured, little fractures in the growth plates. And because of that, as they get older, they continue to grow. So she grew for about 3.5 years, 3.5 to 4 years. That's the average for the pigs. So if a pig is growing for that long a period of time, they're well over the 250 pound mark, which is when they're normally slaughtered. So when they're in sanctuary, we have them, like Truffles, for 10, 11, 15, that range. So we have them a lot longer. So Truffles here, weighing in at about 700 pounds, is full grown. So between 700 and 800 pound pigs are not unusual, but what happens is as they're growing, any little thing can cause damage to the growth plate and lead to arthritis. So we have a lot of arthritis here, and pain management is the #1 thing that we have to deal with pigs. So peanut butter for them, the sheep get molasses. The problem with sheep, goats, and cattle are only a few meds are oral. Most of the meds that they have are actually injectable. So we can't make them peanut butter sandwiches, and it's actually not good for their rumen. So with pigs, though, we have the luxury, thank goodness, because these are very strong animals and very willful beings, right? Said, don't mess with a pig. Even pigs as young as Maggie here, who is one of Julia's babies, actually can get arthritis because, again, she grew really fast. So Maggie was born here. She weighed about 2 pounds when she was born. We kept her on a restricted diet to begin with, so she didn't gain weight as quickly. So that's one of the lucky things about being in a sanctuary. Since the day you're born, we can regulate their food and therefore keep their diet so they're like lower and restricted, so they're not so grossly overweight, because that helps with the damage to these legs because they still grow too fast, even with a restricted diet. And so you can see her pretty little feet. Say they're beautiful. Show them your beautiful feet. And they love a belly rub. This is Sebastian, and Sebastian is one of our more willful residents. So right now he's awesome because I'm at the right end of him, really. And most people wouldn't think this is the right end. But if you've been around Sebastian, it's the right end to be at, because Sebastian has a tendency to nip. And because of that, this ability to give him his medication, because sometimes he gets in fights. I know it's hard to believe because he's such a sweet pig, but he gets in some fights, and when he gets in fights, he sometimes gets hurt because he tries to fight with pigs that are bigger than him. He actually had a huge abscess in his throat at one time and had to eat on steps, and he had to have pain meds then, and he had to have all these different digestive medications. So he's gone through a lot, but again, if we couldn't give these medications to them orally, it is a game changer, because he is one that once you give him 1 shot, you're probably not going to get away with giving him 2. So the 2 biggest things we deal with pigs, especially full-grown pigs, besides the arthritis, are foot infections. They are very prone to foot infections, because if you ever look at a pig, they got 2 tiny little cloven hooves, and all of that weight is on those skinny little legs and those tiny little hooves. And they crack. And when they crack, bacteria gets in, it really quickly goes to the bone. So foot infections are also something we deal with. You can see that some of them have like 14 pills of like antibiotics, and then they have like 6 pills that are pain meds, and they eat them in a peanut butter sandwich, which is awesome, because to give a shot to this animal requires a 16 gauge needle. They have very thick skin, and nobody wants a 16 gauge needle twice a day. Nobody. So in honor of National Peanut Butter Day and in honor of National Pig Day, we are thankful to tell you all about our pigs and how we treat them and how they should be treated, because pigs are super intelligent, super sweet, super strong, super amazing, and we love pigs.